Hello there, Andrew D. Pope. This video is about feedback and how to handle criticism or negative feedback effectively. Now, feedback is one of those things we need. If you're a self-developer, if you're into improving yourself, if you're looking to develop your self-confidence, we need feedback. You need feedback. Everybody can benefit from feedback. When it's delivered well, it is a very, very effective way to self-develop, assuming we want to take action based on that feedback. One of the key things to remember with feedback is that ultimately it is just somebody's opinion. That's all it is, an opinion. Our feedback to other people is purely an opinion. They have the right to refuse to take our feedback. We also have the right to refuse to take other people's feedback. That's how it works. So that said, let's move on to a slightly different kind of feedback and ways to handle it effectively, ways to think about it. And it's perhaps the darker side of feedback. Now, some people are skilled at offering feedback. They've done it many times. They do it sensitively, they structure it well, and they provide it in a constructive manner. Sometimes we get feedback which we don't like. We might call this criticism, we might call it negative feedback. And I'm going to discuss two flavors of that, if you like, and how to try and think about discerning between the two, but also how to handle both. One can be still valuable to you. The other one you definitely want to consider getting rid of, and in fact removing entirely from your life if possible. The first of the two negative feedback styles that we'll look at is when somebody is trying to provide you feedback, but they're just not very good at it. They perhaps don't have experience of feedback. They're just copying other people who've given them feedback. They deliver it very clumsily. It comes across as negative. It comes across as very critical. Now, you have a choice here. You can either get angry. You can dismiss it out of hand. You can shout at them. You can give them feedback on their less than adequate feedback. But I'm going to suggest if you get a feeling that it's just clumsy, it's just poorly delivered, yet there's no real malice in it, I'm going to recommend you still treat it as good feedback. Analyze it, take it on board. There could be some very, very good items in there for you. There could be some gold amongst all that rubble. So if you feel it's not malicious, if you feel it's just clumsy and poorly delivered, still treat it as viable feedback. Take from it what you need, still thank the person for doing it, and then perhaps consider either helping them develop feedback better in the future yourself, or just picking other people in the future to get more effectively delivered critiques or feedback of your work. Now, the second type of negative or critical feedback is the one that you have to handle effectively, and I think there's only one real way of handling that. I'm going to offer a quote here from the great Zig Ziglar, and the quote goes, I'll put this on the screen, the quote goes, "Don't be distracted by criticism. Remember, the only taste of success some people get is to take a bite out of you." Zig Ziglar. So this is the type of feedback that is potentially malicious. Some people really get a kick out of trying to do other people down. They have issues, basically. Their life is not going the way they would like their life to go. And they run a kind of a karma dump. They look for people to dump their negative energy on. They're hopefully then hoping to get rid of that energy. And you are the unfortunate recipient of that misery that they pump out. They really are negative people. They're very toxic. The rise of the internet, the rise of the keyboard warrior, the social media trolls, all indicative of this type of, I feel bad, I'm going to make everybody else feel bad type of criticism. If you're on the receiving end of this, it's not good. It's not good for you, and you really should try and avoid it and absolutely ignore it and dismiss it whenever you get the chance. It can be very easy, however, to get dragged into this drama triangle. You can start to think about fighting back. You can start to think about engaging with these people and trying to, perhaps even try to help them. But I would suggest that these people have problems, and it's not your job to make their lives better. It's your job to make your life better. So trigger your inner cheerleader. Forget all about their their vitriolic criticism and start to focus on your prize. Keep your eyes on your destination, your prize. You can, if you like, still, even under all that onslaught, see if there's any value in that criticism, but there's very likely not any value in it. So discount it pretty quickly. If you can, avoid that person in the future. If it's one of your friends, consider getting a new friend perhaps, and certainly try and eliminate people who are likely to give you that kind of feedback from your life entirely. They say that you are the sum of your 5 closest associates, so make sure you start to hang out with some positive people. You know, you can give them feedback, you can help each other, they can give you feedback. The more positivity you are surrounded by, the more positive you will be. So in summary, feedback is a wonderful thing. Poorly delivered feedback, if meant well but handled badly, can still be of great value to you. However, negative, vitriolic, putting people down style of feedback or styles of feedback is to be avoided at all costs. It will impoverish your life. It will make you feel miserable. I would just add as an afterthought, if you're giving yourself very, very bad feedback via your inner voice, you definitely want to get on top of that. Get a hold of your voice, change it, make friends with yourself. I've done other videos about this. I've done blogs about this. That needs looking at straight away. Get a coach, get some help with that. You don't want to be giving yourself negative feedback. It's bad enough when it comes from others. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope that was of some use to you, and I'll see you next time. I'm Andrew D. Pope. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, like and subscribe for more great content. All the best to you and yours on your unique journey into self-confidence.